Hi, I'm ActiveSteve for Get Out There magazine, and I'm reporting from the 2012 Storm the Trent. I'm at the finish line here at the end of the race, but let's go back in time and see how the race played out.
Storm the Trent is not one adventure race, but three. The hike, the trek, and the Trek Elite, with the big difference being the distance of each discipline.
So the meal tickets are in the bottom of your racer kits. Hold on to those, you're going to need those for dinner afterwards because you're going to want it after this day.
All three races included the same paddling section, a 6 to 7 kilometer lake paddle where you had to pick 3 different checkpoints out along the way. There was no way to punch our passports, but you had to memorize a word that was written on a card. As you can see, paddle conditions were ideal. Trek and Trek Elite races started at different times on Saturday, and the hike course was on Sunday. Each course also included a run back around the lake to the starting point, with the different races having different numbers of checkpoints that had to be picked up on the way. With the paddle and opening run section out of the way, it was time to hit the major part of the race. That was the mountain biking. It took place over gravel roads, paved roads, and of course, as you can well imagine, soon turned into mud and ATV trails. For my race, we had to cover a distance of almost 70 kilometers over these varying conditions. The other races would have shorter distances and also had different numbers of checkpoints to be picked up. As you can see, some of the going was pretty wet along these trails, but always a lot of fun. At least if you got tired of the mud, there were always those pavement sections to get you back in action.
Here's what we're always looking for. Checkpoints. This was in the middle of the woods on a little trek, just off the bikes. In the final trekking section now, some trails through the woods, grabbing 3 more checkpoints, and then heading to the finish line. I just finished Storm the Trent today. It was an amazing race, as you can see, pretty muddy. But I also had a couple technical issues. Passport fell, flat tire in the last trek. Started the trek in 4th, and who knows where I ended up, but it's an amazing race and highly recommended for anyone.
To cap the day off, all racers were treated to a great buffet supper, which you could eat while on the deck watching other racers come in. And of course, there was the final award ceremony where all the presentations were made.
And in first place, total time 6 hours, 14 minutes, 22 seconds. Team number 7, ActiveSteve, Steve Meyer.